Ahmadinejad has called for Israel to be eliminated from the page of time. Even their moderates have labeled what they term the Zionist entity a one-bomb state. Recently, the so-called Supreme Leader described Israel as a cancerous tumor that must be removed. For another nuanced picture based on primary sources, I suggest you take out your smartphones and Google Rafsanjani's, I believe it was 2003, El-Quds Day speech on Islam, nuclear weapons and Israel. Worth reading. It is mere rhetoric or harmless hot air. Unfortunately, it is not hot air coming out of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Only enriched uranium and in the future probably heavy water. But ladies and gentlemen, actions speak louder than words. On the ground, the Iranians keep in moving and are determined to obtain nuclear weapons. And they are getting closer. We're approaching what I have termed the immunity zone, the moment when Iran's military nuclear program will be sufficiently developed and suitably concealed, rendering the facilities immune to any surgical attacks. Now just imagine the most unstable elements in the hands of the most unstable regimes in one of the most unstable regions of the world. On a wider regional level, a nuclear Iran will trigger a nuclear arms race across the whole Middle East. Iran will be able to intimidate their neighbors at will. The danger of nuclear material and technology falling in the future into the hands of terrorists will be a real threat not just to Israel but to the whole world. Iranian military nuclear program is thus a global problem. Today, sanctions are stronger than ever. They have forced the Iranians to take note, to sit down and to talk. The P5+1 engagement of Iran, however, does not fill me with confidence. I may sound pessimistic, but the state of Israel cannot afford to be duped. They say that in the Middle East, a pessimist is merely an optimist with experience. Well, in this case, you don't need to look back too far to understand the foot-dragging tactics of Iran. And while I hope to be proven wrong, as Israel Minister of Defense, I have a responsibility to the people of Israel not to ignore the risks. I believe that it is well understood in Washington, D.C., as well as in Jerusalem, that as long as there is a future existential threat to our people, all options to prevent Iran from gaining nuclear weapons should remain on the table, and they will. I have enough experience to know by now that a military option is not a simple one. It would be complicated with certain associated risks. But a radical Islamic Republic of Iran with nuclear weapons would be far more dangerous, both to the region and indeed to the whole world.